Hey everybody, welcome to another CP story. I'm your host Ryan, the Rugged Nerd Marshall. With me, our executive producer. You don't see him, I see him. It's wonderful. He's wonderful. He looks great. He's enjoying his PS4 Pro, something I'll be enjoying very shortly. Because despite what these people are going to tell you, it is a must. It is an absolute fucking must. If you care about this shit, get it. That was my Dead Space 3 CP story. All right, so I'm going to talk about Dead Space 3. If you watched our last, I believe it was our last checkpoint episode, we did our favorite survival horror game, and mine was Dead Space, first one. So I played all three games. I actually haven't played the spin-offs, and I love them. First and foremost, I love them. Dead Space 1, again, one of my favorite survival horror games of all time. Dead Space 2, and I should say, like, Dead Space sort of follows in the footsteps of Resident Evil in a lot of ways, where it's like the first one that came out was like superhero fucking survival horror, like, shit jumping out at you, you're dismembering them with your fucking like engineering tools, like, because that's what they did, and that was cool. Like, I like that. And the second one came out, and you could tell they're going fucking full Resident Evil. You never want to go full Resident Evil. Everybody knows that, but they're going a little bit more Resident Evil. I'm not talking like fucking roided out fucking Chris Redfield, elbowing his girlfriend in the face. But like, we're getting there. So it was like a little bit more action in Dead Space 2, still sticking to its roots. And then Dead Space 3 went off the fucking rails. There was co-op, like Resident Evil 5 with Sheva, and I I don't know why, but there's a fucking workbench that you could bring your weapons to, and you could like customize and create, like using parts of other weapons to create your own like new weapons. Mine's just in at its base is a survival horror game, but I mean, you Tony Stark your fucking shit together. I mean, you're like creating fucking like lightning rod weapons that'll just blow a hole in like 15 enemies standing in front of you, and then you're like you're not going to be scared. Anyway, so to my story. So it's been a little while, so you have to bear with me. But it was about probably two half to two thirds way through the game. I did play the entire game co-op with my buddy, Sweet Teas. Fuck, I wish I could remember his. Do you remember what his PSN name is? Anyway, Sweet Teas 56. Check him out on the PSN. We were playing through it, and you get to this part, and you're trying to basically you're going from a spaceship and you're trying to land on a planet. And how do you do that? You take a smaller sort of like drop ship to get there. And at this point, you're Desmond Mason, you got your co-op guy with you, and you have a few other people in the ship with you. Now, the only reason this is coming through me into a fucking CP story is because I was like, very few times am I like completely blown away when I play. Well, maybe blown away is not the right word. Fucking rewind that. Blown away is not the right word. I was just like surprised. Just like that's like like if blown away is a 10, I was at like a 7 with surprised. So you get in this fucking ship, and everything kind of seems sort of like kind of starting off normal. There's like debris flying through space. Some of the space stations have been like, spaceships have been blown up. You have like this fucking square targeting grid, and if you're the first player, you're Desmond and you're piloting it. And I should say that when you're piloting it, I mean, you're not like you can't just fly anywhere. Kind of like flying like in a kind of at a general direction. You can kind of go kind of like Star Fox. You can go like up, down, left, right. You can't like turn and like but and then if you're the co-op guy is in the turret, very much like Luke Skywalker, don't get cocky. And you're flying and like everything's kind of normal and everything just looks cool. It's a cool experience. You're flying through space. It's a Dead Space game. Like it used to be survival horror years ago, and now you're just fucking flying tankers through space. Anywho, everything starts hitting the fucking fan, right? You're in the ship, you're flying, and then okay, now it's starting to get a little bit rockier, and like there's fucking shit flying even more, and then all of a sudden, shit is just there's just like debris is too much. It's hitting into your fucking ship. Your ship is starting to get like destroyed, and like you're like, fuck, like this is getting intense. Like I got this is making me poo a little bit, and then then your engine goes out, and then you have to like remember you're playing all this. You have to get out of your seat as Desmond, the pilot, and you need to trek like Mass Effect 2 style through like kind of a burning up ship. You got to like replace the engine. and then the ship breaks in fucking half. Or you start walking back first, and then the ship breaks in half, and like a part of the debris like cuts like one of the dude's fucking heads off. There's a chick. I don't even know who she is, and she's screaming, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And you're just like, there's space, like there's like space trying to pull you out. You're crawling back to your fucking chair. You get in your chair. You put in your fucking seatbelt, and you're just like, and like I feel like this is what I was doing. He was totally normal, just like with this, but I was like playing the game, and I felt like I was just shaking as I was going down, and then you just like crash land, and I mean like while you're burning up while you're doing it, there's people are flying out of the fucking ship. There's just space everywhere. Your co-op partner is just I don't even know what he's shooting anymore. He's just shooting whatever the fuck he can, hoping to God that something good comes out of it. And we crash, and like I was just like I was playing with I was online co-op. I was playing with my buddy, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened here? Like this isn't supposed to exist in Dead Space 3 on Dead 3. That's French. That's French for three. Like that's not supposed to happen in fucking Dead Space 3. Like I was like completely blown away, and like it was like such a fun like sort of like I mean call them like set piece moments. Like Uncharted is like brilliant when it comes to set piece moments. Uncharted 2's train moment kind of comes out in my head, and it just I just gotta say like I couldn't believe it. Like by no means is Dead Space 3 like immaculate. In fact, it's pretty fine, just fine. Like it's a right rent it, buy it, sell it, or rent it, buy it, skip it. If we were gonna play that way, I would say rent it, don't buy it, but that alone almost makes it worth the price because it was just fucking ridiculous. And I'm just like such a sucker for space. So if you want just like space battle epicness for like 47 seconds of like a 10-hour game, then fucking go buy Dead Space 3 right now. That's it. That's it.